Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So recently I just had a thought about what my long-term goals are for my long-term financial goals. So ideally I'm buying gold to preserve my purchasing power and to store value and protect myself from inflation. I'm planning to hold these coins for at least 5 or 10 years, 5 at the minimum. It's probably going to end up being 10, but in the long run, I want to be able to be self-sufficient, which means I don't want to be dependent on the fiat currency system, not relying on it. And that would mean being able to provide everything you need for yourself. So what are the things you need on a daily basis? Well, one thing we need is food. How do we solve that? Well, you need to own a farm or some land that can grow food for yourself or more food for yourself. And if you happen to make extra food, you can sell that to someone. But that's just one of the things we need, which is food. Another thing we use a lot, but we don't necessarily need it, we just use a lot, is electricity. And the solution to that is solar panels to power your house. So ideally you want to own a farm with solar panels so that you aren't dependent on a supermarket or the electrical grid, because the utility prices for electricity have gone up a lot recently because a lot of it is dependent on fossil fuels, like coal, crude oil, and all of that stuff. Yeah, most of the electricity generated comes from coal, and I believe it's like 75% of all of the world's electricity comes from coal alone, nothing else. So we have to buy that electricity from the grid, which can be expensive. So any way to become self-sufficient in everything you need. We need food, that's one thing. We need electricity. We don't need it, but we use it. And we need water. Water is essential for human survival. So ideally we need to be near where there's a lake or a well or anywhere where there's a water source, a water fountain. And another thing we need is, I think, we don't really need much else. I guess that's it basically. Just water, food, and power, electrical power, and everything else is all kind of just bonus things. But you can get the extra things by using the profits from your produce to buy the extra things which you probably don't need. But what this would mean is that if I could achieve this, buy some farmland, own some house, and have some solar panels, and not have to rely on the fiat currency system. So I wouldn't even need a bank account. I wouldn't need any cash. All I would need is gold and silver. I can use gold and silver to barter with if I no longer need to buy stuff, because let's face it, if you live in a city and you haven't got any land to your name or any farmland to your name, then you depend on the supermarket. Your life depends on supermarkets and everything and the electrical grid as well. So right now, if the prices shot up really high, we would be in poverty, and that has leverage over us. And if you can find a way to escape that and be self-sufficient and rely on yourself, provide your own food, provide your own power, provide your own water, then you do not need to worry about survival or bills as much as you do. The only thing that is left to pay is probably taxes. There's always taxes for some reason. That's the only thing that takes from you. Taxes which are normally land taxes. In the UK, I think there's council tax, which even if you own a house in the UK, we still have to pay council tax, which is essentially like rent to the council just for owning a home in the vicinity of the council. So even then, even if you own a property, you still have to pay some form of rent to the government in the form of taxes, which is quite annoying, to be honest. But at least you are more self-sufficient with and don't rely on the economy and fiat currencies, which if you did rely on the pound and the dollar and the prices of goods and services, then if there was a economic collapse and suddenly the price of supermarket goods soared to astronomical levels and electricity soared to extremely high levels as well, then you would find yourself living in poverty. So that's why I think it's good to become self-sufficient in the long run. And that's why I think buying gold and silver is the first step towards that goal, because this is gaining value every year. This is maintaining its value, which if you save with this, you will be able to one day be able to swap this for land, sell this and buy land with the profits from this. If you wait 10 years, if you buy this on a regular basis, gold or silver, and then use the profits to buy land, then you will be self-sufficient. So anyway guys, that's just my long-term vision. So let me know what you think about that. What's your long-term financial vision? How do you want to live in the future? Do you want to own a house? Do you want to own a farm? Do you want to own a yacht? Do you want how do you see the future? What's your vision? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.